everybody, welcome back for another episode of Cyberpunk Rad's Interface Rad Volume 1 review. Today we are going to be having a look at, well, Cyberchairs. Cyberchairs are this was an interesting discovery I had found on the website, because this was also at a time when accessibility was starting to become a question that was raised in the TTRPG community. And I don't know if anybody had seen it when I posted it over on Twitter, which is now known as X, for whoever wants me to go on that limb. Which that would be, I think, here today on St. Paddy's Day. The fact that, there still raises question of, like, should, the handicap be adventurers? And I say yes. And I don't even think handicap's the right word, and I'm very sorry. If there's a better term for that, please leave it in the comments. I would greatly appreciate it. However, going forward, those that need the assistance of a chair, we have Cyberchairs, which in Team Control Alt Delete, one of my Wednesday groups, we have Little Miss, who uses the Rockland Spider. Now you might be wondering, well, if you're bound to a chair, which maybe not everyone needs a chair all the time, but it's just to help with your mobility, why would you need to put stats elsewhere? Because the chair does provide certain benefits, but it also has some take to it. And it's just also like the full body conversions. Now the chairs, made by Rockland, they are able to be used on stairs. They can be used on tough inclines. And the Cyberchairs, they are just as good for any capable edge runner who still wants to be able to get up and move around. So of course we have the Rockland Mercurius Cyberchair, which is a wheeled Cyberchair. It only costs 100 eddies, a very front-end choice for anybody that's starting. It's a very basic model of the Rockland Cyberchair. It cannot equip cyberware, but the Rockland Spider Cyberchair can equip cyberware options. So, the difference being in cost. The Mercurius only costs 100 eddies. The Spider costs 1,000 eddies, which is a bit up there in price. And these chairs have some pretty fantastic capability, which I'll zoom in on this here. The Mercurius is a sport model. It has a number of features that are accessible to its price point. Now, straight up, these chairs are used by, athletes as well. You also, it's a consumer model of the regulation wheelchair used by the Night City Nuke, the Night City's murder ball team. Okay, so literally for a sports team, they have a chair that that's specially designed for one of their players. So with the both chairs, you have interface plug integration, which allows you to operate your chair with hands free, or you can just use one hand to run the control panel that's on either chair. The hand is occupied though when you're piloting the chair, and while you're piloted, attacks targeting the Cyberchair are instead targeted at its pilot. So in that case, then you are the target. Your chair cannot be the target. Partially, I think that's a fantastic thing, because shutting off someone's chair just to get an easy kill on them, I think that's kind of icky. Gotta get in there, gotta get in the fight. The chair's pilot also you cannot pull someone from their cyber chair. If you are If you're fighting another edge runner who is in a cyber chair, you cannot just simply yank them out of a cyber chair if they're conscious. Now, you could probably dump over the cyber chair and knock them prone, but they're still going to be in their chair. And when you're controlling these, when you're controlling the chair, the pilot's move becomes 5, and that's before your armor penalties. And you still have all the movement options to there. You can run, you can jump, you can even climb and swim and get up while you're in your chair. Despite lacking the legs of the Spider cyber chair, the stairs pose no challenge to the Mercurius' specially engineered tires that can be climbed with no penalty. Any critical injury that a pilot suffers that lowers their move will instead lower the move granted by the chair instead. Quick fixes and treatments will remove the effect of the critical injury that are applied to the chair. So, let's say, for example, you break a leg. Maybe you instead have an issue with one of your tires, is what happens instead. So, a broken leg for anybody in the Mercurius Cyber Chair or the Rockland Cyber Chair will take their move from 5 to 1 because of a broken leg. Also, both chairs cannot be rendered inoperable by EMP effects. However, they could still be broken in the DLC, breaking your stuff if you don't maintain your equipment. Now, the Spider Chair, on the other hand, this is Rockland's top-of-the-line model, and one user can be put into the automatic harnessing system. It is basically a chair that suddenly the forelegs kick out from underneath the chair and lift the pilot up. And again, just like the Mercurius, you need interface plugs or one hand to the control panel, which is this lever right here. When you're controlling the Spider, the pilot's move becomes 5, of course. Any critical injury, again, if you take something that impacts your move, it impacts the chair's movement. Oh, I have noticed a little bit of an error in what I've got going on here. Let me fix that here. Yeah, stretch it out just a little bit so that way we can get the full sides of the pages on here. There we go. I didn't realize I had it so narrow. And the Rockland Spider Chair has 4 option slots for cyber arm, cyber leg, or cyber limb options that you can have installed on here. You could install a cyber deck on here. You could put grip feet on this thing. It's got 4 slots. You could, of course, tech upgrade it to get 5 if you wanted. So, of course, the model depicted in here with the Jinguji boots. This is This is Sara Thompson. Sara Thompson, she helped design the chairs, and she's a champion for positive representation of disabled people in tabletop role-playing games, which honestly I applaud that. I guess disabled might be the right word for this. Yep. I just, I want to be, sensitive to, all my players that come to my table. And as a writer and tabletop role-playing designer, Sara has done work for Mantic Games and Paizo. She has also produced, she's helped advocate for the Battle Chair and other Explorers chairs in other fantasy games. So, at the end of the day, everyone is welcome to the table, no matter who they are. And the fact that I've had to have the conversation with people that, yes, disabled people have a place in the cyberpunk setting. Those that need chairs, they have a place. I don't see why it's an issue. But with that in mind, I hope you guys support what Artal does, because I love seeing some of the different stances that they've taken on how we do things in Cyberpunk Red. And finally, last but not least, hey y'all, Dia here. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to watch the next one in the playlist. These are going to be very fast made videos that I'm using to just simply give you a look at each DLC. And trust me, I would like to continue doing this, and it would really help if you did like, subscribe, and just keep watching. Until then, I'll see you next time, Chooms. Bye now.